In the Bible, there's a story of Jesus at a wedding turning water into wine. We need to turn this, whatever this is, back into water. That brings us to today's story. I was helping a friend move. He had sold his house, and we were emptying out their old place. And we were down in the basement, in the mechanical room. One of the things that was down there in the mechanical room was an old water softener. It wasn't hooked up because that house didn't need a water filtration system. And I asked him, hey, shall we carry this out? And he goes, nah, I think I'm just going to leave that here. And then he stopped and said, unless you would want it. If so, let's take it out to your truck right now. I said, I would love to have that water softener. And so we gathered up the pieces that were there. Then, yay! Then I started thinking, I know nothing about water softeners, are there any missing pieces? How does this thing work? Can I get a manual for it? What kind of salt does it use? Thankfully, there was a service tag on the equipment that gave the name of the supplier for this water softener. So at least I had a place to start. So my current system has got water coming in from the well and comes through this pipe here and goes over into the iron filter, and then it goes down towards the bottom along and out to the two buildings. So I need to splice into this system. Over here I'll end up cutting the pipes apart and adding some new pieces on, some new valves probably, some T's, just to extend it over to this new device, the water softener. Well, I made a diagram of the new parts of the system, counted up my T's and valves and things like that, got myself a list. I think I'm ready to go shopping. And we're off to Menards. Here's the kind of T that I need to use. Yeah, 1-inch T's PVC. These are the kind of valves I'm going to use to control the flow of water for 1-inch pipe. So before cutting into these pipes, I need to change the flow of water. I'm going to cut the water off here and open this valve right there so that the water just comes here and over to the systems. That will give me the opportunity to work over here on the systems on the right, the iron filter, and then adding in the water softener. Got to get this out of the way, just so I have a little bit of room to work here. All right, now I can go ahead and start taking things apart. Draining the water out of the system and cutting into the pipes. So the water needs to go into the system, and it will come to this valve, and there'll be another valve on the other side of this. This will be open, this will be closed, and that will force it here up and into the iron filter. Coming out of the iron filter, then we're going to come back down. We're actually going to come along and go to our next station down the line. At any point, I want to be able to close the valves for a given device and take that device offline if I need to work on it. If you're thinking, hey, I hope he doesn't cut himself, yeah, believe me, I'm thinking that too. So I've got this first set of pipe put together. Now I just need to give it a little bit of support here, attach it to the wall. Hey!
What you doing? Very scary.
It's my helper.
Hi! You came up with a solution.
Yeah.
Yay! I knew you would. I had faith in you.
So who knows if this is going to work or not?
It was free.
It was free, and so it's worth a try.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not shooting in the dark quite so much, are we?
So it started after the well was commissioned.
Uh-huh.
We had to turn in a water sample
Yep.
into Newaygo, and that came back as
That's our county. Yeah,
Yeah.
county.
came back as it's drinkable. But then we started noticing the odor that was occurring in our camper when we had the camper
That's
inside.
right. That's right. I completely forgot about that.
Inside the inside the barndominium. And we thought
I didn't remember it being inside the barndominium.
it was inside the camper because we ran
Inside
a
the
hose up from where the refrigerator is.
That's right. We did.
And then we noticed when we were taking showers how strong the odor was.
Okay.
And so I had filters on there,
That's right. We had
some kind of a filter, and it helped, but it didn't solve the problem. And so we had, I think you ordered a water test kit.
I did. Yeah.
And from that, we did a scientific test of all these different minerals that could be in the water, and iron was the culprit.
The big culprit. Yeah.
The big culprit, besides hard water.
Yeah. So we had 8, 9 parts per million on iron. Something pretty high like that.
Yeah. Well,
I think that was.
I think it was.
That's in the range.
Yeah.
So we said, all right, we need to get an iron filter. Well, it wasn't just that. We were noticing as we moved into the barndominium and started using stuff there, we started seeing orange developing in the toilet, in the shower, sinks.
In the wash machine.
That's right.
Yeah. So then we ordered the water
The
filter.
iron filter.
Iron filter.
Yeah. We added that in, and
It helped.
it helped a lot.
It helped a lot.
Helped
We
a
did
lot.
some more research.
We did another test.
Mm-hmm.
Parts were down to under 3 parts per million at that point, right?
I'd have to look at that paper.
It was a low number. It was definitely within tolerance, something that you wouldn't normally address. However, we were still getting some orange on our toilets and shower.
Yeah.
And so that's when we did some reading, and they said, oh, there's like 4 different things that could cause that.
4 different iron components, like bacteria.
Iron bacteria, yeah.
And so I last year shocked the well because it was suggested.
Yeah, a couple times we shocked the well.
Twice. I shocked the well twice. And within a month, we noticed the orange coming back.
Maybe not as bad, but definitely coming back.
Yeah. So, here we are.
We're still not sure what's going to solve this problem. It may be that the chlorides in this kill off the iron bacteria, and
we're done with it.
And we're done with it. We may have to do something else on top of this. That's why I was thinking, all right, how do I extend this if I have to put one more unit over here?
Yeah.
But
pretty impressive.
There's a lot of valves there, isn't there? I need to hook up the inlet and out pipes for the new water softener using these flexible hoses. I'm going to use some Teflon tape in here, and then we'll put some pipe dope over the top of that. And now the moment of truth. Will it leak?
Sprung a leak.
Yeah. That obviously didn't get off. Well, we'll have to take that off and try it again. All right, now we're ready to try turning on the water. That sounds better. I don't see any leaks. Maybe we got it.
You got it?
Well, next we need to get that discharge tube put down into our drain pipe, and we need to hook up the salt tank. At this point, we're not quite sure what to do, but we're going to go pay a visit to the water softener store and get some salt at least, and then hopefully they'll have a manual.
Hi, how can I help you?
Well, the folks at the water softener store were extremely helpful. One of the guys took me over to a similar unit they had in the showroom and walked me through the configuration process. They also gave me a manual for my unit. They sold me a lid to cover the salt container, which was a piece I didn't have, and they recommended the salt that would help eliminate our residual iron issues.
Go home and try it, okay?
All right, so how many bags have you stuffed in there so far, babe? 7. Well, we're in the brine cycle right now, so it's going to take like 75 minutes to actually fill up and create the brine in the salt tank. And then we'll go through another regeneration process. So we're a couple weeks into using the water softener, and happy to report it's really working good. It's using some salt. You can see our salt content has gone down a little bit.
Used to be up to here.
Yeah, the water feels great inside. We just noticed a real visible difference in showers and washing your hands, things like that. Everything, the soap seems to go a lot farther. We just wanted to say thanks to Dave and Lisa. It's really improved our water quality, and we're enjoying using it. So that's where we're going to leave you for this episode. Next episode, we'll be actually working on underground plumbing in our new house. Come back and see us again. Till next time, cheers.